welcome to part 5 in our How to Build a Mobile Game series. Now, if you've been following along, hopefully you should have the project files, but if you don't, head over to buildboxacademy.com, browse through the posts and you'll find part 4. And to download the project for part 4, you'll need an account on Buildbox Academy, but it's just a free account. So if you hit the subscribe now button, enter your email address, we'll send you an email and then you can log in for free and download the project file. When you click the link, you should be able to get to this page, which is part 4. And if you scroll to the bottom, you can download the project file, which will give you everything you need to follow along in this video. All right, let's get into it. So I'll presume you've signed up and you've downloaded this file. You'll want the Untitled Platformer 4, so we'll just double click and open this in Buildbox. Let's wait for that to load. And we'll dive into the 3D world as usual, and we'll just press play and see where our project's up to. All right, things were looking pretty good. We're moving and we've got some enemies and platforms, and we've got a game over screen. What would be nice is a start screen, I think. So, because when you first load the game, you just get thrown straight into playing it. So what we need to do, we need to unhook this. We need a 3D world, because this will be our start screen, so we can put in there whatever animation or graphics we want. And we need a UI screen where we're going to put our button. And we'll hook these back up. So when the game starts, it's going to load our 3D world, which is really our 3D world. Let's just call this start, 3D world start. And our UI screen, which is our UI start screen. So now when we play the game, we see nothing at the moment. So what we need to do, we need to design a button and put it in here. So I'm just going to save this. It's always good to save along the way, just in case Buildbox crashes. It doesn't. It's getting more stable, but you know, better to be safe. So in the previous part, we designed a try again button in Adobe XD, and you can design these in whatever app you like, but I'm going to use this one again as we've already got our assets in here. And I'm just going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to create a play button. Let's call that play, and we'll get this centered. That looks good. And we can change the color of the button. Go a bit more pinky red. And we'll duplicate that again. So that's going to be the up state, and I'm just going to duplicate it because we'll do one for the down state. Let's see. Let's just we'll make it a bit darker. All right. Let's see. Right. So we'll just rename this play up, and yeah, this one must be play down, and we want to export those two. So we'll just go up to the file, export selected. Yep. I'm going to go export those onto the desktop PNGs. There we go. And there's our two buttons. So in here, let's get the play up, and we want this as a navigation button. So I'm going to drag this straight on here, and it's already set this up for us. And we'll do the image selected. That's the name. Let's just call this play button. And if we head back to the mind map, you'll see it's given us a link out now to our play button because we added a navigation button. So we just hook that up to the 3D world, and hopefully now when we start, yeah, we see our play button. Click that and it puts us in to the game. Now on this 3D world, you can put whatever you like. So let's just go here. I'm going to copy a few of these objects. Let's copy those and paste them in here. Now the camera's in the default position, so if we go ahead and play, you'll see it's at that odd angle. So let's get that set up there. And let's stretch that out. Okay. I think that's bouncing a bit more on there, probably because the gravity is different. Minus 25 on the game. Yeah, minus 25. All right. Let's just move that along a little bit so you can see him. There we go. So on here, I mean, we could add more graphics, a few enemies and things, and make it look better. But I think that'll do for now, and you get the idea. So you can make, you know, your start screen however you like, and there we go, and we get thrown into the game. Actually, what we could do, let's copy that. That's a point light. Let's copy that into here. Yeah, it might look, if we could line that up behind the button, that might look quite good. Yeah, so now it looks like the button's glowing. That's pretty good. So you know, you could play around with this for a long time and get it all looking nice, but I think that's good enough for now. Right, any good platformer needs some coins to collect, so I think we should look into doing that. So let's go to the asset library. And we're going to add a cylinder because I think we can squash this and make it into a coin, I think. And let's just drop it in here so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, okay, that looks pretty good. And let's call it coin. All right, 3D model. Let's make this thinner. Yep, that's good. And we want this to rotate. So, yeah. So you might think you want the rotation animation, but if you use this, this will only rotate the coin once. Yeah, so you can see there, it's rather funkily just rotating it once. So what you actually want is the rotate movement, and this will do a continual rotation. Let's go 180 and we'll see what happens. I think it's spinning around. Let's try this one. Yeah, all right. Got a bit of work to do there. Let's go to our, we'll close that one. Let's go to our 3D screen. We want to rotate that 90. Good. Back to the coin, and obviously our rotation's wrong there. 180. Yeah, that's better. Okay, we're starting to get somewhere now. Let's change the color of the coin because we want it to be a nice gold color. Okay, and we're just going to adjust the size of the bounding box. This is the collision detection there. Perfect. Let's move that up. Now let's see. We don't want the coin to have any physics, so we'll switch that off. The collision group, we want to set it to coin because it's a coin. Okay, that's looking good apart from being very large. So we'll want 0.5. Let's do that. Yeah. Okay, that's looking good. One of the other things you can do in here is you can add multiple 3D models to the same object, which I used Buildbox for a long time and didn't realize this. So what I'm going to do here is we can add a bit of detail to the coin. So I've added another coin, and I'm just making it a little bit smaller to sit on top like that. And I'm going to create one more because we need one for the other side. So let's put that down. Yeah. So you can see now if we go into our 3D world, yeah, we've got some detail there, which is pretty good. Okay, one thing we're not doing is we're not collecting the coin. It doesn't make any noise, doesn't add any points, and well, doesn't do anything, which isn't much fun, is it? So what we need to do is we need an if collide node. Hook that up to the created. If collide with affected asset, we want the character. Remove, so it will get removed when we collect it. Let's just check that that's working. Yeah, good. We also want to add a point, so we'll do add point. So when it collides, it's going to remove it and also add a point there. Now the point is local, we want coins, and it's the current score from that level. So yeah, okay. And we could also add a sound. We'll do that in here. So collide again, we're going to play a sound. Here we are, and I've got a coin sound here. Now this sound will be available to download from Buildbox Academy in the project files for this video. So if you want this sound, I mean, you can use anything, but here we go. Yeah, good. Now let's check that it is actually adding points. I'm going to unhook this UI screen at the moment, this UI start screen, because we don't, while we're building our game and testing, we don't really need to go through the pressing the start every time. So I'm going to go directly back into the 3D world, but you can hook that back up later. Right, into the UI screen, we want to add a font there or a label, and we want this to display the score for the current world and the coins and the current amount. I'm going to move that a bit lower. Yeah, perfect. So now obviously our coin's working. I'm going to make this font a bit smaller. See, we're using the default font for this, and you can go and pick another font and it will do all that for you. I don't want the gradient on there. We can add a drop shadow. Let's see. There we go. So now there's a little drop shadow on that. So if we head back to here, perfect. That is. I'm gonna put that up in the corner there. Excellent. So we can just duplicate these, create a few more. And you can see the score going up there. Good. That is all working out very well. Okay. All right, I am going to rearrange some of these levels and tidy them up. And we'll do that in fast forward, so you don't have to sit through a very long episode of me talking, but you can kind of slow the video down and follow along. Okay, all right, I'm going to get started and I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, that about wraps it up for this one. I spent some time tidying up the level. As you can see here, things are coming together pretty well. The game's getting a little bit trickier to play, which is good. A little bit of a challenge. Let's just see if we can get through this. So you can see I've started to introduce some multi-level bits and some trickier jumps. We've got multiple spinning platforms here. Yep, and then so this is the second part of the level, and instead of one red spike, we've now made them align to make them look a bit more menacing. But we're still reusing the same assets, and we haven't created any new enemies yet, which we can do in a future episode. Let's just try and get through here. Oh, there we are. So it's getting trickier. The game is shaping up really well, and you can download this project from buildboxacademy.com. You'll need to sign up for a free account, but once you've done that, you can access all the content on the site and download the project files. All right, I hope you found this useful, and I will see you in the next one.